Very good morning, students. So, in the second class, I have explained particularly all the gas laws, important gas laws like Charles' law, Boyle's law, and we have also derived by considering these two laws, that is combined gas equation P1 PV by K is equal to PV by T is equal to constant. Okay, then after that we have also covered ideal gas equation. So unfortunately forgot to say about Avogadro's law. Okay, so pressure temperature law, Gay-Lussac law also I have explained, and different graphical analysis we have also discussed along with few numericals. So right now we will explain another law, gas law, that is Avogadro's law. Avogadro's law. So very simple statement is there. In this law, we have to keep in mind, under similar conditions of temperature and pressure, you can assume that temperature and pressure of the gas remains constant over here. Okay, so under similar conditions of temperature and pressure, equal volume of all gases, equal volume of all gases contains equal number of molecules. So this is the statement of Avogadro's law. Under similar conditions of temperature and pressure, equal volume of all gases contains equal number of molecules. Okay. So mathematically what I can write over here, that is, so mathematically V is directly proportional to, I can write over here, N, where N is the number of molecules. So that implies, provided temperature and pressure, these two are constant. Okay, so mathematically V by N, or I can write V by N, that is equal to K over here. This is Avogadro's law. You can write like this: V1 by N1, that is equal to V2 by N2. So this one is nothing but your Avogadro's law. Okay, again if you consider all these laws has been derived from ideal gas equation that I have told you, but still it's about Avogadro's law. You see, if you represent graphical analysis, I am direct over say graphical analysis, graphical representation. Okay, so graphical representation, you see, or V by N, that is equal to K, that means V that is equal to Nk. Okay, so Y is equal to Mx, so its graph can be written like this, can be drawn. This one is, let's say, volume, and this one is number of molecules. Okay, so that will be Y is equal to Mx, so straight line passing through origin. So this one will be its graph, V versus N. Again if I represent V by N versus N, you see, this is, let's say, V by N, and this is, let's say, N. So again, since the ratio of V by N always remains same, if you consider number of molecules is more, then this ratio becomes, if number of molecules is more, then the volume of gas also more, so that the ratio V upon N will remain always constant. So the graph will be like this. Okay, again if you consider the logarithmic form, that is V by N, that is equal to K. Okay beta, so that implies log V minus log N, that is log K. Okay, so that implies log V, that is equal to log N plus log K. So this one is one equation, and this equation can be considered like this. This one is y, that is equal to 1 into log N, that is mx. Y is equal to mx plus c, where the c is equal to log K, and y, that is equal to mx plus c. What is the value of slope over here? That is nothing but, no doubt, it is 1, because stoichiometric it's a coefficient is 1, that means slope is 1. So you know what is the graph, what is the nature of graph between x and y. I can draw its graph like this. You see, let's say this one y, that is log V I am doing over here, and x, that is log N. Okay, let me vanish something so that some space will be available for its diagram. Okay, let me do over here. So this one and this one. This one is, let's say, y-axis, and this one is x-axis, and I am considering log V here and y m x plus c. This is log N. Okay, so what will be the graph? The graph will be like this. Okay, so this one is slope, and this one equal to log K. And do you know what is K over here? Okay, so since slope is 1, beta. So if I compare it to slope, that is nothing but your tan theta. So theta, that obviously that will be 45 degree. Okay, so what is log K? Log K means what is K over here? You see, if I compare PV, that is equal to nRT, this is ideal gas equation, then that implies, since it's about V upon N, that is equal to nRT upon P, and I have told you pressure, temperature, these two are constant quantities. Okay, so that implies I can replace V by N, that is equal to, pressure and temperature are constant quantities, so V, that is equal to nRT, and V upon N, that is equal to RT by P. Sorry, here that is RT by P. So you see, all these are constants. V by N, that is K, temperature, pressure constant, and R, universal gas constant, that is R. So V by N is equal to K. Okay, so here what is the value of K over here? That is RT by P. So this is log K, or you can say log RT by P, no problem. Okay, so this is about your Avogadro's law. So the ideal gas equation PV is equal to nRT can be derived by combining Charles law, Boyle's law, and also your Avogadro's law that I have discussed in my last class. Okay, so if I consider from ideal gas equation, okay, from ideal gas equation, we know PV, that is equal to nRT. Okay, so here I have told you P stands for pressure, V volume, N number of moles, and T temperature, and R, that is called universal gas constant. Okay, so R over here particularly, this is called universal gas constant. Universal gas constant. So there are so many numerical values of R. Okay, so first one I need to discuss over here, that is values of numerical values of R. Okay, numerical values of R, universal gas constant. How can you predict that PV is equal to nRT? So R, that is equal to, from this equation, P into V divided by, okay, N into T. Suppose I am placing STP condition. Okay, I am considering STP condition. STP condition. Okay, so in STP condition, tell me different values. Pressure I can consider 1 atmosphere. Volume of any gas at STP having volume 22.4 liter. Okay, and N, let's say number of mole, I am considering 1 mole of any ideal gas, and T definitely obviously it will be here 273 Kelvin. Now substitute all these values over here, NTP conditions values, NTP values or STP values over here, that will be 1 atm into 22.4 liter divided by 1 mole into 273 Kelvin, that will be coming out to be 0.0821. Okay, atm liter mole inverse Kelvin inverse. This is the value of R. Okay, similarly there are different values you can substitute and get different numerical values of R. If I replace the R, if I need to find out the value of R, by placing this pressure 1 bar, volume will be 22.7. okay, 1 mole again 273 Kelvin, so it will be coming out to some other units. So you just remember in terms of energy, that R value, that will be equal to 8.314. okay, joule Kelvin inverse per Kelvin mole inverse. In terms of org, tell me, 8.314 into 10 to the power 7 org Kelvin inverse mole inverse. Okay, so these are the two important numerical values of universal gas constant. You just remember it. Okay, again that will be very helpful for numerical point of view. What I need to say over here, concept of density. Okay, so density, how can you find out the density from ideal gas equation? So from ideal gas equation, what do you know? PV, that is equal to nRT. That clear? That implies, so density, that is equal to mass upon volume. So what can I write? You know this N, number of moles, that is given mass upon molecular mass, W by M. So substitute the value of N in this equation. What you will get? PV, that is equal to W by M RT. That clear? So that implies PM, that is equal to W by V upon RT. Tell me, what is mass per unit volume? That is nothing but your density, D into RT. So what will be the expression for density over here? D, that is equal to PM upon RT. This is the density from ideal gas equation. Okay. Now you see, in this numerical, which of the following gases will have density of 1.8 gram per liter at 760 torr pressure and 27 degrees Celsius? Okay, which of the following gases will have a density? So you know the density, that is equal to, just I have derived PM upon RT. That clear? So you just calculate the molecular mass, you can predict the gas over here. So M D RT by P, that is equal to M. So density is given you 1.8 into, and the value of R 0.0821 into temperature 300 Kelvin. You know you have to add 273 over here, divided by, and pressure is given you 760. Okay, so that will be coming out to be, just solve it, will be coming out to be 44 gram. Okay, so 44 gram correspond to carbon dioxide. This is the answer. Clear? Okay. Now let us discuss very important theory, that in this theory every concepts, every statements, every postulates, that is only deals with ideal gas. Okay, so what are different gases? Ideal gas, real gas, it's my next discussion, but till now we should know about kinetic theory of gas. Okay, so that is kinetic theory of gases. Okay, so all the postulates deals with ideal gas in this theory. Okay, kinetic theory of gases. This is popularly called as KTG. Okay, so first one, let us write down or understand various postulates. So first one, very simple. Gases consists of small sized molecules. Next, the molecules of a particular gas. Okay, you can write over here the molecules of a particular gas are identical in all respect. So identical in all respect means the molecule of a single gas. Suppose I am considering hydrogen gas or I am considering CO2 gas. That means this gas only consists of carbon dioxide molecules, and each molecules have same shape, same size, and also same molecular mass. Okay, so that is called identical in all respects. Or you can say having equal mass, molecular mass. Next, the volume occupied by a single gas molecule is negligible as compared to the total volume of the gas. Okay, you know the volume of gas depends upon the shape of the container. Am I right? So if I consider a container like this, you see a container like this, you just place some amount of gas in this container. Then what happens? Molecules are spread to the container like this. So here this is called the volume of the gas. And if I compress this gas, or I can collect the only gas molecules, then within that room the gas molecules will be like this. Okay, so this is called volume of gas molecules, the actual volume of gas molecules, that is negligible as compared to the total volume of the gas. Here you can't say that here the volume of the gas means the volume of the container in which it is taken. So this volume is comparatively very large if you compare the volume of the real volume occupied by the gas molecules. Okay, so the volume occupied by a single gas molecule is negligible as compared to the total volume of the gas. Now, so these are the characteristics of ideal gas, you can say. Next, gas molecules travel randomly with respect to all directions in straight lines. So gas molecules moving randomly with respect to all directions in straight lines. Next, the next point, that is gas molecules exert pressure. They exert pressure. And the pressure exerted by the gas molecules is due to their bombardment on the walls of the container, That means gas molecules collide with themselves, since they are moving randomly here and there with respect to all directions, so there is chance of colliding with themselves, and also they collide with the walls of the container, and due to such collision they exhibit pressure, they exert pressure. Is that clear? Next point, that is there is very negligible force of attraction among the gas molecules, among the gas molecules. That means molecules are very free and the force of attraction is very less, very negligible force of attraction you can assume for ideal gases. So that was included the postulates of kinetic theory. Next, gas molecules collide with each other and also with the walls of the container, The collision among the gas molecules, is perfectly elastic in nature. So what do you mean by elastic? So elastic means during their collision there is no change in momentum and kinetic energy. There is no change in momentum and kinetic energy. That means momentum and kinetic energy remains same during the collision and momentum also conserved. Okay, that means there is a redistribution of energy. How you see, suppose this one is a container and within this container I have considered certain amount of ideal gas. So the molecules are moving freely with respect to all directions. So this molecule suppose strike this molecule. Okay, so what happens? There is a redistribution of energy. That means the molecule strikes this molecule and this molecule however move with some velocity that is provided by this molecule. As a result its velocity becomes less, then what happens? There is a chance of a collision of this molecule with this molecule. So that means the total the amount of kinetic energy and momentum remains the same. That is only due to redistribution of energy. Suppose after striking one molecule my energy decreases, then some molecule from behind also provide me some energy. As a result the overall momentum and kinetic energy of the gas molecules that is taken inside the container remains same, or you can say conserved. That's such type of collision where the momentum and kinetic energy remain same after collision. So that is called elastic collision. It's very important point. Okay, next point, that is the kinetic energy of gas molecules. The kinetic energy of gas molecules is directly proportional to absolute temperature. That means the kinetic energy of gas molecules is directly related to absolute. With increasing temperature the kinetic energy of the gas molecules also increases. That means kinetic energy that is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. Okay, so these are the important postulates of kinetic theory of gas. Maybe some simple points I have missed out, but the clear concept, the important postulates already I have given. Okay, so next so on the basis of the postulates of kinetic theory of gases, on the basis of postulates of kinetic theory of gases, an important equation has been derived that is called kinetic gas equation. Okay, an important equation being derived called as kinetic gas equation. Okay, so that equation can be written as PV, that is equal to 1 by 3 mNc square. Okay, this is called the kinetic gas equation, where this P stands for pressure of the gas, V volume of gas, M mass of a single gas molecule, N that is number of gas molecule, and C is equal the root mean square speed of gas molecule, RMS of gas molecules, root mean square speed of gas molecules. This is the equation that has been derived on the basis of postulates of kinetic theory of gases. Okay, so since how this equation particularly being derived, it is beyond our syllabus, that's why I am not deriving it. Just remember PV, that is equal to 1 by 3 mNc square. Okay, now so what is this? Root mean square speed beta, that is root mean square speed, root mean square speed. You can write like this, CRMS. Very simple. If I consider a certain container over here and I have taken 1 mole of any ideal gas or certain amount of ideal gas is there, so different molecules moves in with different speeds. Let's say their individual speeds are C1, C2, C3 Cn, let's say. So what do you mean by this root mean square speed? From the as the name suggests, that CRMS, that is equal to C1 square plus C2 square plus plus Cn square upon n root over. That means it is the root of mean of squares of individual speeds of gas molecules. Okay, that is root of mean of, it is the square root of mean of sum of squares of individual speed of gas molecules. That is called the root mean square speed. We will discuss whenever discussing about your molecular speeds. Okay, so now let us find out kinetic energy. Okay, derivation of kinetic energy from kinetic gas equation. Okay, so expression of kinetic energy from kinetic gas equation. So here this is the kinetic gas equation, that is expression for kinetic energy. Okay, so my heading would be like this: expression for kinetic energy, or you can say derivation of kinetic energy from kinetic gas equation. So from kinetic gas equation, from kinetic gas equation from kinetic Kg, kinetic gas equation KGE. Okay, you can write it completely from kinetic gas equation PV, that is equal to 1 by 3 mn c square. Okay beta, so can I write 2 by 3 into 1 by 2? No problem, 2 cancelled, 1 by 3 as such, mn c square, where m is the mass of a single gas molecule and n is the number of molecules. If I consider this n number of molecules, that is equal to Na, Avogadro's number, that means 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of molecules if I consider, then tell me, once I multiply Avogadro number over here, so this will be correspond to its gram molecular mass. We have taught it. Okay, so here that will be PV, that is equal to 2 by 3 into 1 by 2 and m mass of single gas molecule into Na, let's say Avogadro's number I am multiplying over here, into C RMS square. Okay, root mean square speed. So that implies it can be written as a 2 by 3 into 1 by 2. So this much becomes gram molecular mass, capital M stands for here C square. Then tell me, that will be 2 by 3 into 1 by 2 half mc square, that is nothing but your kinetic energy. Okay, so what will be the value of kinetic energy over here? So kinetic energy, that becomes 3 by 2 into PV. Okay, so for 1 mole, since I have considered Avogadro's number correspond to 1 mole. So for 1 mole of an ideal gas, for 1 mole of an ideal gas, tell me PV, that is equal to beta RT. Okay, now you substitute this RT instead of a PV. So what we will get? That implies kinetic energy, that is equal to 3 by 2 into RT. This one is the expression for kinetic energy. So what you will get from this equation? Kinetic energy is directly proportional to absolute temperature. So if temperature increases, then the kinetic energy of the gas molecules also increases. Here this equation 3 by 2 constant, universal gas also constant, so kinetic energy is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Okay, this point belongs from the postulates of kinetic theory of gas. Okay, now if I need to calculate average kinetic energy per molecule, so here this kinetic energy 3 by 2 RT, it correspond to 1 mole. 1 mole means how many molecules? For Avogadro numbers of molecules. Okay, for 1 mole means how many molecules it correspond to? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of gas molecules are there. So if I need to calculate the average kinetic energy per molecule, okay, average kinetic energy per molecule, that is average kinetic energy per molecule. Very easy. For Avogadro numbers of molecules, what is the value of kinetic energy? 3 by 2 RT. Okay, so 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 number of gas molecules having kinetic energy, that is equal to 3 by 2 into RT. So average kinetic energy per molecule, that means for 1 molecule, tell me, for 1 molecule the kinetic energy becomes 3 by 2 into RT divided by beta how much? Na, Avogadro's number, divided by Na. So that is equal to 3 by 2 Na, I can write R into T. Okay, so this universal gas constant upon Avogadro's number, that is called K, where K is your Boltzmann constant. Okay, and I can write over here that average kinetic energy, that is 3 by 2, average kinetic energy per molecule. Okay, So that can be written as average kinetic energy, very simple. अतएव average, therefore average kinetic energy, that is 3/2. Instead of R upon N, I can write K into T. This is average kinetic energy. And K, that is called, as I have told you, Boltzmann constant, and its value is found to be 1.38 into 10 to the power minus 16. Remember it, or Kelvin inverse, mole inverse. Okay, so this is the expression for average kinetic energy. So now let us discuss types of molecular speed. Okay, so types of molecular speed. So as I have discussed already, different postulates of kinetic theory of gases, along with we have derived the kinetic gas equation also. Okay, so from the postulates, again I am repeating that case. Suppose this one is one container, just we have considered, and 1 mole of an ideal gas is filled inside this container. Okay, so what I have told you, the molecules which are present in the container, since they are traveling randomly with respect to all directions in straight lines, so what happens actually, I have told you there is a redistribution of energy. Okay, so due to redistribution of energy, what happens, they possess different types of speeds. Okay, suppose this one is traveling very fast and it is striking the another molecule, then that molecule travels with the velocity possessed by the striking one. So likewise there is a redistribution of energy. Due to redistribution of energy, several speeds possessed by the gas molecules. So let us discuss the three important types of molecular speeds that is exhibited by the gas molecules. So coming under the heading, that is types of molecular speeds, very important. I have already provided you the little bit of information about this one, that is root mean square speed. Okay, root mean square speed, that is represented by CRMS. Okay, you see lots of gas molecules are there. Suppose since I am considering a single gas, so which correspond to a particular mass, that is called molecular mass of a single gas molecule, that is m. Okay, so n number of molecules are there. So what will be the value of kinetic energy? The kinetic energy of all the gas molecules, that means we have to added their individual kinetic energy. That means of the gas molecules each having mass, I can write over here, each having mass, that is m. Okay, so total value of kinetic energy, the kinetic energy of all the gas molecules, that will be 1/2 half m c1 square. You see the c1 stands for the gas molecules having speed c1 plus 1/2 m c2 square plus 1/2 m c3 square plus dot dot up to n, so that will be 1/2 m cn square. Is that clear? So from kinetic gas equation, okay, kinetic, that equation we have derived from postulates, that was 1/3, that, okay, let's say, sorry, we have to calculate the total kinetic energy of n number of gas molecules. So tell me what will be, that will be 1/2 if mass of each molecule, that is m, and number of molecules present, that is n, let's say. So that will be 1/2 m n, that is the total mass, half m, that is, and last one, that is c square, 1/2 m n c square. So the next step I can write over here 1/2. Tell me if this is into m n c square, that means m into n into again c square, that is 1 by 2. I can consider this m taking as common, so inside bracket that will be c1 square plus c2 square plus dot 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 plus cn square. Am I right? Okay. Next, this half get cancelled and m also get cancelled. So tell me what is the value of c square. This c square, that is c1 square plus c2 square plus dot dot plus cn square upon n. So that implies c, that is c RMS, you can say c RMS, that is the square root of c1 square plus c2 square plus dot dot cn square upon n. So this one is the expression for root mean square speed. Okay, so root mean square speed means you just see this expression. It is the root of the mean of the sum of squares of each and individual gas molecules. That is called root mean square speed. That means it is the mean of that clear? Square root of, sorry, first one, that is square root of mean of sum of squares of speeds of gas molecules. That is called root mean square speed. So from kinetic gas equation, what we have got? From kinetic gas equation, what we have got? PV, that is equal to 1 by 3 mn c square. This is the root mean square speed. Okay, so from here I can write, if I am considering 1 mole of gas molecule suppose there, that means 1 by 3 m into, I have to multiply over Na c square beta, so that will be 1 by 3, this one correspond to molecular mass m c square. Right now find out the value of c square over here. So no doubt this 3PV, that will be m c square, that implies c square, that is 3PV upon m, and the value of c will be the value of c, that is equal to 3PV upon molecular mass root over of 3PV by m. This is the expression for root mean square speed. I can write over here this CRMS, that is another form 3PV upon m root over. Okay, again you know this density, that is mass per unit volume. So from this equation you just compare these two, you can get 3P divided by D root over of 3P upon D. Or for 1 mole of gas, you know, you can compare also PV, that is equal to RT. Again it becomes 3RT upon M root over of 3RT upon M. So this is the expression for root mean square speed. Okay, so now let us discuss about average speed. So next we will discuss the second type of speed, that is average molecular speed. Average molecular speed, it is represented as C average molecular speed, or you can write like this, C average, no problem. Okay, so it is the arithmetic mean of individual speeds of gas molecules. Okay, simply you can write C average, that is C1 square plus, sorry, C1 plus C2 plus dot dot plus Cn upon n. Okay, otherwise this one you can remember, C average, that is equal to 8RT by pi m. root over of 8RT upon pi m. So next, the third type of, that is most probable speed. Most probable speed. You can say CMP, most probable speed. Okay, MPS. That is, it is the speed possessed by maximum number of molecules at a given temperature. At a given temperature. It is equal to 2RT upon m, root over of 2RT upon m. So what we have got particularly, that CRMS, root mean square speed, we have derived, that is 3RT upon m, root over of 3RT upon m. Next, C average, we have got this one, 8RT upon pi m, root over. And the third one that we have got, C most probable speed, that is 2RT upon m. Okay, so now if I need to find out the relation between C RMS, C average and C most probable speed, that means I need to calculate their ratio. So that will be C RMS is to C average is to C MPS, that can be written as 3RT upon m, root over is to 8RT upon pi m, root over is to 2R2 upon m. Okay, so m cancelled everywhere, and the ratio you can remember like this, that will be most probable, this one, so this becomes equal to, that will be 1 is to 1.128 is to 1.224. 1.224. This is the ratio. You see, average speed, that is 1.128, and most probable speed, that is 1, and 1.224, that is CRMS. This is very important. You just remember this ratio. Okay. So till now this much. In next class we will discuss about Maxwell's Boltzmann distribution of molecular speeds. Okay, till now, thank you.